What's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of Profit Picks. If you are new, we do always start the show by being transparent. Yesterday, I feel like I did talk about some good things, but I didn't bet any of them. So, you know, no wins, no losses. But that what was it? That Mystics game? I like that one to go over. That one did hit, and it was something else that I liked too. I think the sky. It was a spot that screamed towards the sky, but I didn't like the injury report. Sidney Taylor eventually got ruled out. Didn't end up mattering. Sky still won and covered, but nothing for myself yesterday. Vino, did you get involved?
I did. I left the best bet here of Dream and Mercury over the total, and it felt like I relived that game the other night with New York and Seattle. Almost 150 points after three, and then the fourth quarter, just nobody can make a bucket. It was crazy. I think we needed 32 points, 33 points to get home. In the fourth, didn't get it. So that went down. And I repeated the play on the Storm and the Liberty over, which again fell short. So we had an 0-2 yesterday, Skee, which is not great. Feel like I've been robbed in like three losses over the last 5 days, though, going way back to the Liberty game where I laid 2.5 in Phoenix. Was down 8 with a minute left and came back. So we'll see if we can't reverse the trend. When you're betting 365 days a year, sometimes it goes a little crooked on you for unknown reasons. But I feel like we handicapped them right. Just didn't get the result that was desired here.
Well, let's see if we can get some better results today. How about that? We have three games to talk about. We'll start at the top. That means Las Vegas Aces heading into Indiana to take on the Fever. Open up -1 for Indiana, and that's still currently where I see it. As far as the total, I have an opener of 194 and a half, and it's really all over the place. I see. I guess we'll call consensus 193 and a half. That's what we'll call it right now. Injury report for the Aces. Dana Evans just popped up on there, was downgraded to questionable with an illness. Cheyenne Parker Tyus looks like she will miss this game. For the Fever, you have both Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark probable. So we'll expect them both to play today. Um, I was looking at it that I know that Fever beat the Aces earlier this year. I'm not sure if they beat them twice. Um, but for whatever reason, maybe a little bit of a tough matchup. But then I think about, no, the Aces beat them in the playoffs last year. Sorry, just quick thoughts on the go. But I'm gonna pass this to you first, Vino, with this thought. I understand, you know, why they expect an up tempo game. 193 might be the highest total. I thought maybe the opener 194 and a half. Highest total I've seen. I mean, getting close to NBA numbers there, Vino. Do you think it's warranted?
Well, if you were going to use the game between Indiana and Minnesota as your gauge, I think last Saturday or whenever that game was, and
Mm-hmm. One
I
away
mean,
to
that game
100.
was, yeah, I mean, it was absolutely crazy. Right now, I watched that game, and my thought when trying to apply it to this one was, does Las Vegas really go as fast as Minnesota went as the opponent? We know Indiana is going to go fast no matter what. And Las Vegas does prefer tempo, but I just don't know that they're going to go at the rate that Olivia Miles had Minnesota going in that game. They go super fast. Um, all that said, Las Vegas is as efficient as it gets. It's why they scored 90 plus a game. They've got in season revenge. Like you said, Indiana walked into their place and won by 16. Um, the Dana Evans injury, if you're just going to go back to the first time, she didn't play in that game either. So I won't do anything with that. I won't subtract from Las Vegas for that absence. When I rattle all these thoughts around in my head, Ski, and I put everything down on paper, it just comes back to I think Las Vegas is a better defensive team. And if it comes down to a possession, and if Las Vegas is motivated, they probably could win by two. All that said, Indiana's on such a roll offensively. It's hard. I don't know how you stop them at this point in time. Seriously, it's Clark is playing as good as she's played in a long time. Kelsey Mitchell lighting it up. Boston and Asia should be a great matchup down low. I couldn't bet under. I'll tell you that. I wouldn't bet under. I'm probably not going to bet over either. But where side is concerned, mm, my lean would be to the aces, but it's a very slight lean.
Yeah, guys in the chat are all saying the Fever own the Aces. So that was my memory, and they did play twice this year. Fever won both games. I see that now. Going back to last season, Aces did win the playoff series, but the Fever won a couple games. Fever won a few games. Fever made it a series or a couple games, yeah. So I don't know. Something about this matchup seems to favor the Fever a lot. I do think I do trust the Aces more though. Like I think the Aces can score. I think the Aces are better defensively, like you said, um, and I feel like Aces are motivated, and that's really all you need with them. So it's a bit of a tough game, um, but man, can't help but notice how high that total is. Can't help but notice.
Five of their last six games, Indiana have gone 200 or higher. It's crazy. They're 9-1 to the over last 10 games. And they've scored 100. We'll see if Las Vegas can stop them because Indiana scored 100 in six straight games.
Indiana, I'm looking. I'm pulling them up right now. Yeah, they played the Lynx, the Fire, the Storm, the Sun, the Liberty, the Storm. They did put up 109 versus the Aces last time they played too. We shall see, Rob Veno. We
Yeah,
shall see.
that one was a complete beatdown, that game. My God.
All right. Next game we have Sparks and Lynx. Damn, this is a crazy spread here. Opened up -15. We see it as high as, well, I'll just call it majority 16 and a half. Total opened 188 and a half. Came down a little bit. We'll call it 187 and a half. Chloe Bibby is out for Minnesota for the Sparks. Peely, Morgan, and Ariel Atkins look like they're going to be out for them. The Sparks team playing on the second of a back to back, right? So you never know. Some more people could pop up on this injury report. Lynx, well rested. They've had a couple of days off at the minimum. Um, I can understand why the spread is where it is. I just, I would prefer to just bet the team total than to bet the 17-point spread, or maybe I would. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel uncomfortable about this big of a point spread. How are you feeling about Sparks and Lynx, Vino?
Skee, that team total is 102 and a half. So, I mean,
Oh
you know.
boy.
Now, I just talked about Indiana. Minnesota's gone over 100 points in five of their last six and six of their last eight. These two teams are just scoring at incredible rates right now. Minnesota's 10-2 to the over the course of their last 12 games. But to your point, they have not been a good side to bet. And who wants to really lay this type of price with them because they've had issues covering numbers. I mean, they did win their last two against Indiana and Toronto, but prior to that, I think they were 0-7. And in fact, as I go back here, I look at 9-1 in a 10-game span before their last two. I know Collier, she's worked back into the lineup now, and they do look impossible to stop. And LA's on back to backs. But still, I, I missed really quick when you looked at injury report. I saw Ariel Atkins go down a couple of times last night.
Yeah,
I
she's
don't know
out.
that she
Oh, yeah, she's out. She's out.
yeah, yeah, that probably makes a difference here where Los Angeles is concerned. I just don't know that they can score enough. So it's hard to play dog. It's impossible for me to play favorite here. Again, the odds makers are getting wise to us now. They've got these totals in places where they're just difficult. You know, if you bet under, you know, over the course of that 2 hour game, you're going to feel like an idiot because you bet under. Um, but if you bet over, like I did last night, these games are just falling short because the numbers are so high at this point in time. So I don't see an edge here, Ski, unless you want to shorten it up and maybe say, play links for a half, but they haven't been the greatest first half team. And if LA's got anything in the tank, maybe it's just first half and they run out of energy second half because they're on back to back. So this is a tough one again to come up with anything definitive.
Just gonna throw this out there. The Lynx as a favorite of 7 or more this season. 4-9 ATS. As anything else, 13-4. So hasn't been a profitable situation to lay big numbers with the Lynx this season. Just throwing that out there. All right, last game on the slate. Tempo and Fire opened up -2. We now see -2.5 for the Fire. Total open 186.5. Up a little bit. We'll call it 187. Mabry, game time decision. Still no Sykes for Toronto. For Portland, you have Bridget Carlton. Probable, actually. Um, so that's good if you like the Fire. I mean, we talk about this Toronto team. I kind of got burned trying to, think about the situation more than just, who Toronto's been all year. They don't get any stops on the road, especially, and they still have been able to score. They just play high scoring games. So the Fire, they're another team that they're a team that I don't really. I hate the Fire. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like them. Um, Whenever I take them, they don't show up. When I don't take them, they cover. So I don't know. I lean over in this game, Vino. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you there. It's probably the one game on the slate that I think I like the best is this game over. I even considered Toronto team total over here. Interesting number here, Ski, because I started out this handicap. Like the main reason I wanted to bet Toronto here for team total is they come off back to backs with Golden State. You play two against Golden State, and then you play Portland. Portland's given up almost 104 on average in their last 5 games. It's like night and day. It's like playing on an NBA floor and then going to play a defense at the Y. It just Toronto should score. They even got like you said. I think it was 83, somewhere in the low 80s against Golden State the other night. Marina Mabry played that game. She played 30 minutes. I didn't see her re-injure that neck, so I was kind of surprised she was on the injury report. That may just be precautionary because they have to put it on there. But I would think she plays. Even if she doesn't, I think Toronto can score here, Ski, and I certainly think Portland can score. You pretty much laid out how poor of a defense they are. So to me, this just looks like one of those up and down games. Here's a number that I read this morning that I really couldn't believe that led me towards maybe playing Toronto team total as well as full game total over. This is the first team in 17 games for Toronto that they've played a team that's sub 500. 16 out of 17 games against good competition, and now you get this thrown in your lap. So I didn't go back on my own results schedule to look that up. I wrote it down really quick, and I'm like, my God, 17 games in a row with only one team less than 500. That's a difficult schedule. Should open up things for Toronto here. Sandy Brondello, her teams are always going to be competitive. And like I say, I think Mabry's going to play. So to me, it's over. And I think I'm going to get to the window with tempo team total over as well. They should be able to get 93 against this team.
Good stuff. All right, we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up like that. See what we can throw up here today. We'll do the usual. Buy two, get one. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. 2 for 1, 3-day all access. Vino and Skee, only $69 for both of us. Every play that we release. If you don't like one of us or prefer not to roll with one of us right now, you can choose the one you would like to roll with and buy three get three free 6 days for just $69. Um, I will also throw this up there. Um, well, actually, no, I'm not gonna throw this up there. I'm gonna pass it back to you, Vino. I'm gonna ask you if there's anything else you would like to promote, and if you have a best bet for the show, we'd love to hear it. If you don't, all good.
Again, I'll just say that the 6 for 3, 6 days for the price of three. Thursday is always a good day to get in because the beginning of the CFL weekend, where I'll have releases, and of course we have an NFL exhibition preseason game here tonight. So 6 for 3 would be something I would promote. I'm also going to say, Ski, that if you took over 1.5 best bets on the show today, you've automatically lost because I'm not. I'm not. I want to have a solid day before I give you guys another best bet. Yesterday, very disappointing yesterday to me, and to anybody who tailed in the chat with the Portland or with the Phoenix Atlanta over. I think you saw the same thing I saw. We probably should have cashed, but we didn't. So I'm going to take today off, no best bet, and then we'll come back and maybe have something for tomorrow.
Okay. I'm just gonna say that you know the plays that I really have loved have been winning, majority of them, and I have one that I really love today. Um, it's a 5%. It's the only one I've made for today, and I can't give it out. Obviously, I will say I'm very very close to making a play for tomorrow. I'm gonna push the button probably in the next couple of hours. I'm not. I might wait for the injury report. Like they start to announce them around like I feel like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. something like that. But if I finish my research and it tells me what I'm looking for, then I'll be pushing that button soon. So what I was gonna say is I do have a 5% today. Maybe you want to just go ahead and do like a all access thing so you can get my next one as soon as I release it. Um, I do have this. I'm gonna put this up there because they made the graphic for me. By NBA early bird, get the rest of WNBA free, and you can see how well I've done in the NBA last season. You can go back a few seasons. I'm up, 200 and something, maybe 200 and I know 275 since the end of 2021, something like that. So if you want to rock with me for NBA, you'll get the rest of WNBA free, and you can see at the bottom it includes my 5% WNBA best bets, and they're 18-7 over the last 2 seasons. So, like I said, I do have one tonight, and I can't give it out, obviously. So, Vino, always great doing the show with you. Appreciate you taking the time to cap these games with me. Chat, we appreciate you all as well. Best of luck, whatever you guys decide, and we'll catch you all again tomorrow.